Hey art friends, today we're going to draw a monster stack, folding surprise. So when it's folded up, it'll just look like one monster, but then when you open it, it will be three monsters. I hope you're going to follow along with me. You need your drawing supplies. I'm going to use a marker. You also need some paper. All right, let's get started. First, we're going to put our marker off to the side so that we can fold our paper. We'll take the top edge, line it up with the bottom edge. Oh, and I'm also using marker paper since I'm drawing with markers. But you can use whatever you have at home or in the classroom. You can use a pencil and just regular paper. Now that we have the paper folded in half, let's line up this top flap with the top edge and then crease it down. Then we're going to flip our paper over and repeat that same step. And also remember, it's just me in the studio, so I might go a little faster than usual, so you can pause the video if you need extra time. There we go. We'll crease that down. This is just a guide fold, so we'll unfold it and then flatten it out so it's easier to draw on. And then we'll flip our paper back over. When we're all done, it should look like this. I'm also going to use a scratch piece of paper underneath my drawing paper to protect the table. Let's start with our first monster, and we're going to draw it with a big upside down U shape, but we can also add little zigzags. So let's start at the top. We're going to draw over the top of this fold. I'm going to draw it like this. So I'm going to add some zigzags, but then we're going to keep going over, and then we can add zigzags over on this side too, and then connect to the fold. Then we're going to extend each side down, and we can add even more zigzags if we want. There we go. And then I'm going to extend this side down too with more zigzags on this side. Then let's connect these two lines together. I'm going to draw zigzags again. So our monster is really furry. You could add more zigzags or less. You don't have to make it look exactly like mine. In fact, don't worry about trying to make it look exactly the same. It's okay if yours is different. The most important thing is to have fun and to practice. Okay, now let's add some feet. We'll draw a letter U here, kind of a sideways letter U. And one over here for the other foot. Oh, and we have to add toe lines on both feet. And horns. What's that? One horn on the left and same horn on the right, but going the other direction. You could also add extra things to your monster. You could add wings. Maybe you have 5 eyes on your monster. Or we could just add 1 eye. I'm going to draw 1 eye. There we go, circle right in the middle. And let's draw another circle for the pupil. And we could also add that little highlight. And then let's color in this circle, but leave the little one white. Let's also add a mouth. I'm gonna draw it really happy and also some teeth. Oh, and one more thing, let's add some arms. We'll draw a letter U with 2 little finger lines, and same thing over here. We did it. There's our first monster. Now we can open up our paper, and then let's flatten out those folds so it's easier to draw on. We should have half of our monster up here and half down here. Now we can connect these and also add another monster inside. Let's draw the top one first. Let's extend this down a little bit further. And let's change this monster so it doesn't look exactly the same as this down here at the bottom. I'm going to make this one a lot shorter, but we're going to add more zigzags for the fur. And let's add crazy claw feet this time. So I'm going to draw a curve that comes out. Then we'll draw a curved upside down V. And then another curve to connect into the body. Oh, and we could also add little claws for the hands on each side. Remember to pause the video if you want to add different details. Okay, now let's draw the next monster that this one's standing on. And we're going to draw it so that this one's on its head. So I'm going to draw it coming out to the side like this. And we'll add zigzags. I'm going to draw it curving out like this too, and more zigzags. Maybe these zigzags on this monster are more round. Now let's connect the two sides together, and I'm gonna curve it up so that it feels like it's really sitting on the next monster's head. So it's got this little curve going like that. Okay, now let's add more feet. One over here and one over here. And maybe this one has the arms coming up. Oh, and claws. So we got, it's kind of a combination between these two. We got the U shape, upside down U, and then also the claws. There we go. Oh, one more to match on the other side. And this one is going to have two eyes. I'm going to draw them in between the feet. And then let's add little highlights. And we'll color in the big circle like we always do. And, oh, I'm going to make another circle around this one for the white part of the eye. and then we'll draw a really big smile for this one. and maybe teeth. Yes. Teeth going, a big tooth and a small tooth going down instead of up. Yeah. Okay. There's our second monster. Now let's finish the last monster. I'm going to draw his head coming up and connecting here. This one's going to seem a little taller now. So it's going up a lot higher. Ooh, and let's give him one really big eye. There we go. We got a big circle. And then we'll draw the pupil inside, the highlight, and then color in. There we go. And then this mouth is going right next to the eye. And just one tooth out to the side. And we did it. We finished drawing our monster stack, except we still need to color it. This part we'll fast forward, but remember, you can pause the video at the end if you want to match my same coloring. You could also color your drawings any way you want. And you can even add more things to the folding surprise. You just want to make sure that when you're drawing stuff for the inside, that it's below this top fold and above the bottom fold. That way when it's folded like this, it's completely hidden. All right, let's speed things up. All right, we did it. We finished drawing and coloring our monster stack. It turned out awesome, all colored in. I hope you take time to color your drawings also, but I gotta show you the inside. Here you go, there it is. It's all done. And we also have an extra monster. I added him. And you can add as many things to your drawing as you want. You don't have to keep it the same. And also remember, the bottom monster needs to match the top monster with the same color. But when I open it up, I wanted to change the color, so I just added it above this bottom fold. So he's a pink and yellow monster. But that way when it's closed up, he matches. You could add other monsters or even something completely different like a dragon. I hope you had a lot of fun following along with me and drawing your own monster stack. And remember, it's okay if your drawings look different than mine. The most important thing is to have fun and practice. And we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.